The Aladdin pinboard. Oh boy, with some additional friends. And some more friends over there. Yeah! Okay, so this is a board I put together for my daughter's party, so I'm going to go over every single one of these pins while I have the chance. You can start from over here. This is the VHS pin in the top corner. You can see it says a Walt Disney Classic, Aladdin, and it has the traditional print from the VHS tape, back when that was a thing. And I do like the Jafars at the very bottom next to the castle, and then you have Aladdin and Jasmine on the magic carpet, and of course Genie. So what makes this pin really cool, this is actually one of my first ever Aladdin pins I ever got, is the fact that this is a VHS tape. When you open it up, it's a hinge pin. It does have the actual VHS on the inside, and every one of these hinge pins has a design on the side. This particular one has the magic lamp, so I love that so much. It's a very nice design. And then right next to that is one of my newer pins. It is Aladdin and Jasmine in Embrace. I don't remember where this pin is supposed to be from. It might be from one of those couple sets that comes, you know, with the two. Part of my nails are horrible. But this might be the couple set that has the couples and best friends and whatnot. Let's go ahead and see. You can see it has the orange tag because I did get this from a live sale. This is a pin that I did not have, so I went ahead and bid on this, and I guess the number 11 commemorated in their system what number pin it was. But this says it is a pin from 2004. So pretty cool. Not 100% sure what this pin was, but it's a pretty pin nonetheless, so I went ahead and grabbed that when I had the chance. The next pin at the very top is one that does come from the most recent park pack with the heroes and villains, and this one has Aladdin and Jasmine. I believe that's what this one is. And you can see the shape of the Sultan Palace behind them. Another really cute pin. I like this one a lot, and the back of this one says Pin Trading 2013, I believe that says. So this is an official Disney pin and a fun design. Right next to that is one of the newer pins this year. This is the I Love Gaming series that came out. This is the Aladdin pin, and I showed this on my channel before. There is Aladdin running in the one jump ahead scene. You can see he's jumping from building to building with the palace behind him. And when you change the lenticular design, it actually shows Aladdin's legs are moving, so he is leaping above the building. So there is one single building right there. Right there's a gap between the buildings. So that's the kind of the effect. It's a very subtle change, but I do like that the bread of, notice his arms are moving, and in each hand is the loaf of bread. So that is how you know that he's moving. At any rate, this is a fun gaming pin, and I'm not the biggest fan of all of these pins this year, but the ones that commemorate films that I love are the ones that I've gotten, so I do have a number of these gaming pins. Speaking of gaming, this is the other gaming console series that came out this year. It's the Kingdom console pin, and this has the more pixelated Nintendo vibe on each pin. You can see the very blurred out faces of both Aladdin and Jasmine, as well as Genie. At the very top, it does say 92 because that is to commemorate the year that the original film, the cartoon version anyway, came out. At the bottom, you do have the Aladdin cassette with the peaking of the game. There's Genie in the lamp. Just like the Nintendo game, there's a Nintendo box and the control system, which moves around. So a fun pin. Funnily enough, I do not have the Little Mermaid one because I just thought the pixelation did not do it justice, but this one I thought was kind of nice. Next is my newest pin. I actually ordered this one from eBay, and this I saw in a live sale and then decided to look it up and see if I could find it for cheaper, and I did. And this says Best Original Score 1993, A Whole New World, commemorating the fact that this was the Best Original Song winner for an Oscar in 1993. I thought this was a fun pin of Jasmine cupping Aladdin's face with the magic carpet, and it's musical, and I am very much a musical person. I love singing, so this was a fun pin, and it is a nice 3D pin-on-pin design. And on the back you can see this was a Disney Studio Store Hollywood pin, and the LE size was 400. So a definitely nice pin, semi-valuable, and I got a good deal on eBay. I have one of the film series, and I believe I got this one via trade at a trading event last year, but there is Aladdin sitting from the palace, and of course Abu, and they're dreaming of riches and a better tomorrow. So nice, another fun pin, the Starry Night. That was a cute scene, and this does say LE as a limited release pin. So this film series was released in the parks. This was before I started pin trading, pin collecting, so I did not get any of them firsthand, and all the pins I have of this film collection series are from trades. I do have the Aladdin that came out this year from the Disney Store set. It was part of the Princess set, and this one came with Prince Eric. This one, a little sign that says Stealing Hearts, you can see right over here, that's what that says, and it also came with one other pin. So I, of course, love the Aladdin and Prince Eric one. There we go, focus. And I just like him in the Prince Ali form in this pin. I thought that was a good segue to this pin, Prince Ali with Princess Jasmine, another fun pin, and this is actually a Disneyland Paris pin that was just released earlier this year. They had a bunch of Aladdin pins come out. I thought this was a very nice design, and you can see in the back it's gold and says Disneyland Paris 2019. I have a whole new world. I have a series of a whole new world pins on my board, and this is just one of them, but this is from the attractions box that came out in the Disney parks, and I do like this pin box a lot, and I did trade for this one earlier this year because I did not have this one and she had one that I had one that she didn't want, so we traded. I got Aladdin that way, and I love this pin with the fireworks and whatnot. So you can see on the back it does say the FAC number, and this was a 2016 pin originally. That's when the box originated, but I just got into these pins, that box particularly, this year. So I love this Aladdin scene for sure. Right here you have an Aladdin puzzle piece pin, and I got this one from Fry Guys on Instagram. They're a live sale, and I actually got a good deal on it because if you look very closely at the pin, you can see Aladdin's eyes are kind of like dotted out. They're red and they're kind of hollow. So they called him Creepy Aladdin or so during that sale, and I got a big deal on him, getting a discount because of the fact that his eyes are a little warped. If you hear that noise, that's because my son is banging on the wall in the other room. This is a Paris pin, I believe, or a UK pin actually. At any rate, it was not released in the United States, it was released overseas, and I got this as part of a sale on Instagram as well. Yeah, the back is just black, but it definitely was an overseas release pin, and I like that she's in purple and looks very, very pretty in this. Next you have the J Jasmine. This is from the Alphabet series that came out earlier, or at the end of last year I should say. These are the letter pins. I do like the nice teal J for Jasmine with her holding the lamp. This is a Hidden Mickey pin, an older style one that I got via trading in the parks. I thought that was really nice when I found this one because Jasmine is in purple and this is my favorite color. This is another open edition pin, and this one is sold in the parks currently. They have different ones. I have the Mulan and the Ariel version of the castles, and this of course is Jasmine in front of the castle. Very nice design, again with the signature teal. This is another pin that I got with Fry Guys' live sale, and I like this one because it reminds me of like a Moroccan mosaic tile almost. It's a very nice pattern, and there is Jasmine in purple as well. So you can see I have a lot of Jasmine in purple. Nice tile look. This is an older style pin, so this one is from 2009, I believe that says, either that or 2004, hard to read, but at any rate, a cute pin from the parks, and I just really like this design. That leads us over here to the next pin that you can see, and this is a Disney Employee Center pin, one of my newest pins that I've recently acquired. I traded for this one as well. This was released only to cast members in California. So you can see there is Jasmine and Raja with the castle. This is one of the live action film pins that was released from the Disney Employee Center. So I did like this pin a lot and was able to trade for it. Very happy about that. And on the back it does say Disney Employee Center, LE size of 200. This is another open edition, so to speak. This is a Disney box from the Disney Hugs, and I did get two of these. I have one for trade, but this is Jasmine with the baby Raja, a very, very cute pin, and I love having this as part of my Jasmine collection. Below that you can see the Jasmine dress, and this is one of the box lunch dress series, series 1. I did get this one, so I put it on my board. Moving down, I have this pin, and this is from Japan, and this was one of the Tokyo Japan pins that was released in the Disney store. And I really like this princess series. I have the Ariel one as well. It does say on the side, Jasmine, right there, and there's a lot of like sparkly glitter effects in this. So I was very happy when I was able to acquire this. Can't remember how I got it, but it was either via trade or from a sale, not really sure. This was a bonus pin that was sent to me. I had done a live sale with Mimi's Disney pins on Instagram, and she sent me that one among other ones. And because I got all these Princess Jasmine pins, she actually sent me this one for free, included with my other Jasmine assortment, because I guess she figured that I was a big Jasmine fan. So I was very happy to get this one. And this is a pin from Paris because they spell Aladdin. It's a 2002 pin from Paris. It has it misspelled that way, but fun to get this nonetheless. The very bottom is one of my biggest pins. It is Princess Jasmine in front of the castle holding the lamp. This is an Acme pin. It's an officially licensed pin, and I got this one earlier this year from my friend Rita, who was able to pick that up for me. This is a Disney Studio Store pin that was released earlier this year with the live action film, and I was able to go and pick this one up in person myself. So that's how I got this one. It's Princess Jasmine, and the LE size on this was LE 300. This is Jasmine's purple dress outfit from the Box Lunch dress series 2. I got that in one of my boxes. This is one of the Disney Store pins that came out for the Princess Jasmine set. It says Free to Dream. I love that with the peacock design. Very modern. This is a Disneyland Paris pin that came out earlier this year as part of the Princess Festival series, and I was able to trade for Jasmine as well as Snow White. I was so excited to get my hands on that. Snow White in this version is available for trade still, so if you're interested, let me know. But I do love having this as part of my board because this is a stunning pin, and this was a hard to get pin for a while. People were definitely not getting rid of them so far, but you can see right there it says Princess Festival limited edition size of 500 in French, and then it says Disneyland Paris. Interesting how the design does not go toward the entire pin, but this is an official pin, so there you go. Next up, I have a pin that I actually got from a friend in Hong Kong. She happened to have an extra one of these Acme pins that came out with the same event as this one, I believe, and was able to sell this to me, so I was very happy to have Raja and Jasmine together. Moving to the end of the bottom of this board, I have my little villain section right here, and this is one of my Halloween pins from last year, 2018. There's Aladdin and Iago in front of the castle, and you open up the hinge. It reveals Genie Jafar with the 2018 Trick or Treat message. In this pin, I have Haunting Halloween 2018, Evil Jafar as a pumpkin with Iago. You have Jafar as a genie as well, and then you have Jafar in his saintly form. This is actually from Box Lunch. And finally, I have a Park Pack pin that was gifted to me from my friend Becca, Disney Kitty, who actually sent this to me as part of a trade. And this is a pin that I was very happy to get my hands on because it's the Cave of Wonders with Princess Jasmine on the side. There's a Boo going in the riches, and of course Dancing Genie in the middle. A very fun pin, and you can see I put my Cave of Wonders decor right next to that to commemorate my villain section of the board. You can see these pins are very similar, this one and this one. One is just sold by itself at Box Lunch, I believe it was this one, and this one is the Funko version that was sold as a two-piece set with Iago, so I have that. This was gifted to me by my friend Gina. This was part of the Hot Topic series of pins that was released last year. I had the Ursula one in a box, never got the Jasmine one, and she knew that I had not gotten this one yet and sent this to me as a freebie as part of a trade. Very sweet. Moving on over here, I have Princess Jasmine in one of my few fantasy pins, but it's Princess Jasmine in the sand glass in red. I traded for this with the Mimi's Disney Pins sale, so I got this and that one together with that and a couple other Jasmine ones. This is a peacock. This was also released as part of the Disney Store set with that. This is an open edition pin from the Disneyland park, and it's Genie with the lamp. Over here is one of the pins that was released in the Notebook series, and I got Genie, and I was very excited to have that. I actually do have an extra of that as well. This is a magic lamp that was released as part of the Princess Jasmine 4-piece pin set. So it was this one, and the lamp that was released together. 3-piece, I guess. And then this one is actually a newer edition of mine as well, and it was from a WDI pin, Walt Disney Imagineering. You can see they have the magic lamp on the shield itself. And when you open up the shield, it reveals Princess Jasmine. I'll go ahead and open that for you. And again, she is in purple. So a fun pin to have. And this was an official cast member exclusive that I was able to purchase in a live sale. And finally, this is one of the Wishes Come True pins that was released in the Disney Store. If you purchased this, money was donated to charity, which is nice. The Make-A-Wish Foundation did make some profits from any purchase of these Wishes Come True Aladdin pins. So if you still see them in your if you still see these in your Disney Store, go ahead and purchase this because it will go toward that charity, which is nice. Okay, so I showed you all of these. I have another film series, and it's Aladdin and Jasmine and the Starry Night, black and white. I recently purchased that from a live sale, so I was happy to get that. This Cave of Wonder pin is from the box lunch, I believe. It was part of a two-piece set with the Scarab Beetle, and I was very excited to get this. It was very similar to an official pin series that was released by Disney, so I did like that they made a similar design available on a cheaper level. This one is a Whole New World pin. I also got this from Box Lunch earlier this year, so it's a very nice pin of them on a flying carpet. This is Abu as an elephant in disguise, and that he has like a carriage for Prince Ali to sit on. I love that. That came from Box Lunch. This is another Box Lunch pin of Abu holding the ruby. Love that design so much. This is a sparkly pin of Genie that was released at Hot Topic earlier this year, and I did grab this. He looks so pained in this expression. Loving that. And that is together with my little sidekick section over here. This is a magnetic pin I got from a live sale. It is a Princess Jasmine dress that removes to reveal her outfit. Thought that was a cool design. This was apparently released in the Disney parks years ago. This is another pin that was part of the official Disney Store pin sets. There was 4 pins. It was this one, Be Heard, the Peacock, the Princess Jasmine, Free to Dream, and then finally the lamp. So you had those 4 pins as part of that series. Over here, this is actually a fantasy pin. This was released by Minnie Mouse Shop, and I follow her on Instagram, and she revealed that they were going to be releasing this, so I went ahead and purchased this. A very nice sparkly emerald green around the lamp. Very nice. And I have a couple different lamp pins. I thought that would be fun to add to my collection. This was another pin from Fry Guys. It says Walt Disney's 100 Years of Magic, 1992, and Aladdin has both Aladdin and the Genie, and this was an LE size of 2500. I showed you Genie, but I didn't show you one of the newest pins from Box Lunch, and it's Genie in this form. He's just coming out of the lamp. The enamel's not the best, but it is a cute pin nonetheless, so I did get that for my collection. Then I have this one. This is another Paris pin. It says World's Best Friends. This is the only World's Best Friends pin that I was able to get, but I traded for this one and thought that would be a really fun addition to my collection. You can see in the back it says the LE size was 700 in Disneyland Paris, once again. Over here I have my Funko section. Here is a Funko Abu, Funko Raja, and these are from the Box Lunch set. I have these 2 from Hot Topic. There's Raja and Princess Jasmine. They're a 2-piece set that was released online only. This is from that one of the packs that I got from the Disney Store outlet, and I was able to pick out Sultan. Love that, my only Sultan pin. So he's represented on my pin board, my pin collection. And then I have Genie Funko Pop, I have Jasmine Funko, and Aladdin Funko, and these were all from Box Lunch. So you can see I took care of all of Box Lunch's Funko pins. I thought those were really fun. This is a Genie from the live action film that was released in the Disney parks. I saw this by the Aladdin merchandise and got it. It says World Famous Genie of the Lamp with Will Smith as Genie. Scary, fun. What do you guys think? Completing out the Sultan set, I was also able to get both Jasmine and Aladdin from my Tsum Tsum outlet box pack, so that was great because those were originally sold in the parks and a good deal. I got this from a live sale around the time I saw the other one. This is the 1993 Best Song one as well. I think this was actually the Oscar one, and you can see this is actually also released in Disney Studio Store Hollywood, LE size of 300 with the stained glass in the back to commemorate the stars. So the stars are actually pretty translucent looking through that. Very nice pin. Love the detail on that. Going along with that, I also got this one from Fry Guys as well. He must have had an Aladdin collection at one point because I've been getting them all from him. And this one says Philhar Magical Dining. So probably with a Philhar Magic pin. And there is Donald Duck on the magic carpet, something that is different and not normally seen. But a fun little mashup of Disney right there. And you can see right here it says 10th Anniversary Disney Ambassador Hotel. Very interesting. On the far right of my pin board, I have one of my favorite pins, and it is a color block that was released from the Disney Studio Store in Hollywood. And you can see there's Sultan in the bottom as well as Princess Jasmine, Jafar, Iago, Raja, Abu, the Magic Carpet, Genie, and Aladdin himself in a signature contrast of both black and white and color. I love these color block pins. They are so nice. And the LE size of this is 400. This is another fantasy pin right here. This is actually from Pin Bake Shop. A lot of her pins are in the form of a cake, a wedding cake. And you can see that it's got the magic carpet design right there with the palace, the stars, the magic lamp on top, and the coloring from Aladdin. Just a very beautiful pin all around. I love this pin a lot. I did put next to the birthday cake, or wedding cake rather, a happy birthday pin with Mickey that I got from Box Lunch just because it was my daughter's birthday. So I figured this would be the one non-Aladdin pin to go on my pin board to commemorate the fact that this was a birthday pin board. So this is one of the last pins I have on my board, and this was released in the Disney parks, both Disney World and Disneyland, earlier this year, a couple months ago, just for the live action film release, and you can see they're on the magic carpet. And this is a design that I know very well because I have a balloon with this design on it, and it was also on my big pin. I did so much to get my hands on this particular pin. It is a Disney Aladdin El Capitan live action film release pin. It was released at Disney Studio Store Hollywood, and it sold out one person ahead of me in line when I went and purchased this Princess Jasmine one. So I had to find someone who was trading it on Instagram, and finally just went ahead and purchased it because people that were trading it just did not want my trader. So I said, why not? I will buy it. So this is the one that got away, and I was very excited when I finally got to add this one. But you can see that it is an official Disney Studio Store pin release, one of the more valuable pins, and yet is the exact same design in terms of the carpet on this open edition pin. So, well, I guess it wasn't open edition, it was limited edition, but it was released in the park, limited release pin. And then I just went ahead and put this little Princess Jasmine sticker from my friend Vicky, who sent this in the mail to me. Very nice. And lastly, this is my last Aladdin pin. This is the one that I didn't put on the board, however, because I ran out of space. But this is Aladdin and Jasmine on the canal boat. This is the WDI pin as well, and you can see that they have the entire city and palace of Agrabah, the Sultan's palace and the city of Agrabah behind them, in a nice sandy desert oasis with water. It is a beautiful pin. This actually would have been perfect to put on my pool party pin board. However, I was a little disorganized for the party and could not find this pin, so it did not make its way officially on it. However, I am showing it to you right now. There we go. I did a little reorganizing, but there you go. The boat is now on top. I moved these across so it centered around there, and bada boom, bada bing. And there's my Aladdin pin board. Whoops, and because I forgot this one, I also have this palace. It's Aladdin's palace. Literally forgot I had this pin. But it's just the palace. I probably got it from a live sale as well. I can't remember how I acquired this, but on the back, it does say it's part of the lanyard pin series. Kind of hard to read that in very small print down there. And it says this is Jasmine's Palace. And yeah, it's an older style pin from, I want to say 2004. It's hard to read what that says, but it is from a lanyard series. And this was the Sultan's Palace once again. And the final pin that I forgot to put on my pin board just because it was sitting on the side is one of the more recent pins I did pick up. This is a Windows of Magic Aladdin pin. You can see it has Abu at the very bottom with the 2 red rubies. Love that. Aladdin's wearing his signature purple vest, and at the very top is Genie's smiling face. So I do like that detail a lot. This is a very fun pin. All of these Windows of Magic pins are very translucent. They're kind of like a little stained glass effect all over, which is really, really nice. And I will be adding this to my pin board as well. I gotta make some more space. And the very, very top is the lamp etched at the very, very top of that. You guys can see that, but a lovely pin nonetheless. Signing out from Aladdin. This is Playdates and Travels Aladdin board. The only pin that I don't have on here that I would really like to have right now is that Aladdin and Jasmine wedding pin. I think it's gorgeous. It's basically the one that's just like, I'll show you a peek right here, my Ariel one that I got via trade, and I would love to add that to my collection. But in the meantime, I have all the rest of these pins represented. Not too shabby, right? I am loving my Aladdin pin board. All my Aladdin pins became one of my nice little side collections, I should say. Not really a side collection anymore. It's one of my main collections, but I love the pins on here nonetheless. Thanks for watching!